Hey everybody, it's Diana Scott with Blue Castle IT Solutions. Hey, listen, if you want some peace of mind for your IT when it comes to your business, bold statement, if you don't want to have to worry about your IT anymore, then please reach out to us. Head over to go.bluecastlet.com. We'd love to talk to you. So if you are in my area of the country, Connecticut, or some neighboring states, Massachusetts, New York, and 2 weeks ago we had a tropical storm roll through, Tropical Storm Isaias. It was crazy. People were out of power for about a week in some cases, multiple days for many, many people in our area. That also meant for a lot of people, internet connectivity was down as well. So I was very busy as an IT provider in assisting customers during this time. One thing I found was I spent about the first day of the storm, which was a Tuesday, the day after, just working with our managed service clients, making sure that they were up and running, what they were taken care of, their servers were running okay, everything to deal with that. After about third, fourth day after the storm, what I found was my clients were basically taken care of, and I started getting calls from out of the blue from companies that weren't my managed service clients, because they were still having major problems when it came to their environments. Things like equipment that got damaged because of the power surges in the storm, power outages affecting their ability to get work done, and they're looking for alternative IT solutions. So that all just brought to my mind that it might be a great thing to talk about, having a disaster recovery plan, or just a plan for what to do in the event of some, unexpected, unavailable equipment, changes to workflow in terms of, can employees come into the office, or they can have to work from home. The worst time to try to figure that out is, of course, after it's already happened. So a big part of an IT provider's job when we engage with like a client on a managed service level is to be prepared, to work out those details in advance and have what's generally referred to as a disaster recovery plan. What are we going to do if the servers are at a site that loses power? You have locally hosted servers. What are we going to do if we can't have our employees come into the office because there's no power and there's no internet? Are we going to have them work from home? Do we have infrastructure for that allows them to access applications or software, whatever it may be, that they need to do to get their work done? Having that plan in advance is a huge factor in whether businesses get tremendously hit in these kind of events, especially when it comes to the wallet, the finances. A good tip I always say is, as a company, it's good to have a ballpark estimate of, how much will it affect your dollar line if, you're down for the count for a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and have that number worked out. Whatever that's going to be. We'll, as a business, we're going to have a hit of maybe $50K to our gross revenue over the period of these days that we're unable to produce our products or work with our customers or what have you. Take that number and then go ahead and look at the number of how much would it cost to prepare in advance for one of those disaster recovery scenarios. So that's both the hardware and software costs of maybe buying equipment, or looking into the cloud, different options you might have, the upfront cost to put together a solution to make sure that you're up and running in the case of a disaster. Another part of that cost is how much would it cost to bring in an IT company, either on a consulting basis or on an ongoing support basis, to make sure that those kind of downtime moments don't happen for your company. And compare those costs. And I'm going to go on a limb here and say, for the most part, 99%, the cost of that you're going to feel when your business is not running and you're not bringing in the revenue that you should is going to be a higher dollar amount than the cost of the preventative maintenance steps that you could take. So if you do not have a disaster plan in place for your company, I cannot recommend more that now is the time. Take the time now. It's the summer, so we're looking at some hurricanes coming through. Then we have the winter time. The weather comes through. Things are going to be affecting your business this year, just like any other year. So please reach out to a company like mine, Blue Castle IT. It's part of what we do. Every company that we have a disaster recovery plan that we develop and work with the client to make sure it fits their needs. and then we maintain that and we keep that up to date as necessary. Please reach out to us. Again, go.bluecastlet.com, and hopefully this was a useful little video for you guys. All right, thanks everybody.